I'm Michael Phair. I'm wanting to, in fact, talk about an award that I received, not so much because I received it, but who it's from and why it's important. As you can see, it calls me a fairy princess for life. I was quite royal in those days, as a matter of fact. Well, not just any princess, royal princess. But the award came from the Imperial Sovereign Court of the Wild Rose, the longest standing gay lesbian organization in Edmonton. I think it predates every other group, and it's still here, still going strong. There are two reasons why this was significant and why I've always prized it. The award was named in honor of John DeSmit, and they gave it out, as they said, it presented to a person who's contributed freely to making the gay community a better place to live. And this contribution, although not necessarily publicly acclaimed, is one that allows each of us to move through life more freely and with more companionship among our neighbors and acquaintances. And so for me, I received this award in 1983. And I had been in Edmonton for a few years at that time and had been involved with a number of different activities in the community, also dealing with the aftermath of the bath raids that took place in 1981, and a group that was working on assisting people who were arrested during those raids. I was involved with providing some, with others, going to the Human Rights Commission in Alberta, petitioning them to include sexual orientation, to recommend sexual orientation inclusion in the Individual Rights Protection Act. What was unique was it was the first time that the court gave an award to someone who was not a member of the court. I was not a member of the court. I was not a member of the drag queens as such in their association. Part of when I received it, they talked about how this was the first time they'd gone outside of their own drag community to receive an award. So it was really quite a wonderful affirmation at the time. And one of the first awards I ever won. And I was real surprised and extremely delighted to receive it. The second reason that it's significant is back when the very early days of HIV/AIDS, before we in fact we knew it was a virus in 1983 and 84, they raised some money. That was the first money that the new group that I was part of, which called ourselves AIDS Network of Edmonton at the time, that we received in order to do some of the work that we began to do. But it kept us alive as the AIDS Network of Edmonton for the next several months so that we could print off materials, that we could supply some educational materials to people about HIV and AIDS. And I'll never forget that contribution on their part at that time. It made a huge difference to the work that we did with about AIDS at that time. This especially because of the Imperial Sovereign Court of Wild Rose, because it was the first one outside, because of what they've done over the years, and particularly dealing in when I was working with AIDS at that time. Ever since 78, the first award to John Reed, who was the owner the major owner of Flashback, all the way through to 2014, which they've given out an award, and I'm sure they will for 2015. It's a list of individuals that have been prominent in the gay and lesbian community over the years. And it's quite remarkable. And anyone that receives the award should be quite honored because of the different people who have been recognized year after year by the court. It's great to be able to hold this up, show it to you, and indicate. And I can't tell how happy I've been to be a royal princess for ever since that day. And I'm still a royal princess. I'd love to be the empress, but I don't quite qualify anymore. So that's my story.